Hey y'all, I know it's midnight on a Thursday night, which would be what, October 25th, 2019 now. But man, I couldn't sleep, I was just sitting up here, man. And I was reading some stuff online and I came up across one of the sickest news stories that I've seen in a while. Now, keep in mind, we've seen some sick news stories here in Shreveport, Caddo Parish, Bossier Parish. We've seen where people were teachers, where police officers over in Bossier Parish and got caught having sex with animals. We've seen so many child molestation cases involving teachers and stuff. But here's one in particular case that involves a teacher and a sheriff deputy. They were married. And according to this report, y'all ain't gonna be long on this because my phone finna die. I'm gonna just read something to y'all. Give me a second. And y'all tell me what you think. Should there be a separate set of charges for people who fuck with kids and elderly? Because children and elderly can't protect themselves, man. But let me read y'all something. This coming from KSLA. It's talking about down there in Livingston Parish. That's down there toward the Baton Rouge area where you had a cop and his wife, who's a teacher, have been arrested on 60 counts of child pornography and 1 count of first-degree rape each. I'm going to read this off and then I'm going to end this video because my phone finna die. But I want y'all to see just how sick of a society that we have and how important it is for us to know where our children are, to take our children's minds back from this indoctrinating society. So is due in court on October 28th. Both defendants will be subject to a Gwynn's Law hearing on those same dates. At the time, a judge will decide if the likelihood of the defendants would be a threat to the community if released. Why would you be saying that when they done raped a 13-year-old child and got 60 counts of pornography? Hell yeah, they're a threat to the community. Let me keep on. If the judge decides either would be a threat, bail can be denied and the defendants would be ordered to stay in jail until trial. The husband and wife were arrested as a result of criminal probe headed up by the Louisiana Attorney General Office. Dennis Perkins, known as Denny, was a lieutenant. He was a lieutenant now. He was a lieutenant with the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office Special Operations Unit, SWAT, before being terminated the week of October 12th. He was hired in 2002 from the Walker Police Department. In addition to the pornography and abuse charges, he also is charged with obstruction of justice after allegedly tossing his cell phone into a river in North Louisiana after finding out investigators were there to take him into custody. A source familiar with the case said his wife resigned yesterday, day before yesterday, rather, since it's Friday now, October 23rd, from her position as a teacher at Westside High School, junior high school. She was a junior high school teacher, and the child that they alleged to have raped was 13, so it was a middle high school student. Louisiana District Attorney Jeff Landry said Dennis Perkins is charged with 60 counts of production of pornography involving a juvenile under the age of 13, 2 counts of first-degree rape, 3 counts of possession of pornography involving a juvenile under the age of 13, and 2 counts of video voyeurism, and 2 counts of obscenity. Keep in mind, that's supposed to be a motherfucking cop with all those sexual charges. Let me read that again. 60 counts of pornography involving a child under 13. That's in addition to 2 counts of first-degree rape. And these are police officers. This is a police officer. Remember, just a couple of months back, you had a police officer over there in Bossier get fired or get arrested for having sex with animals. But this is what, I mean, this is what we're dealing with. So my whole thing is, man, we're here at the Real News Behind the News. We believe more in fighting for the children and elderly, because it is no excuse for me having to make anybody that's 24 and 20, between 22 and 52 years old. It really makes no sense for me have to make people aware of what's going on in their neighborhood when you're grown. You know what I'm saying? But we're living in a society now that's over-sexualized, hypersexualized, and now you having teachers, you know what I'm saying, molesting the kids. Every other day now you seeing what teachers going to jail or getting arrested for having sex with a student. First of all, the question I asked, what these freaking hoes was when I was in high school? Man, it wouldn't be no charges because I wouldn't have told nobody if the teacher... I'd be molesting the teachers if they was that freaky when I was in high school. But what them hoes were when I was in school? But now here they are, man, molesting this man and woman who's a teacher and a lieutenant deputy are now facing 60 counts of child pornography, 2 counts of first-degree rape, and an assortment of other battery and other sexual deviant type charges. And these are the people who we look up to, or who we send our children to school with every day. So basically what I want to say, man, is know the warning sign. First and foremost, how did these 2 people get their hands on that little 13-year-old? Where was the mother? Definitely, where was the father? Hey, these are questions that we got to ask. But most importantly, man, they saying our children are lost. If that's the case, who lost them? And who going to help me go out there and find them, man, and bring justice for them, bring truth to them? That's crazy, man. These are the people that are sworn to educate our children and uphold the law, and they breaking the law in such a brutal and sadistic way. Y'all leave comments on this, man. I'm going to do an in-depth video about this tomorrow morning on YouTube, but after I seen this video, I couldn't forget about it, because normally if I go to sleep right now, man, I'll forget about it in the morning, and I wouldn't be able to, you know what I'm saying, bring y'all this breaking news. Sick-ass people in this world, man. Anytime you put your hands on a child or an elderly person, there should be a mandatory 50-year sentence. Anything that's involving a child, a mandatory minimum. Since y'all giving us mandatory minimum behind marijuana, how about mandatory minimums behind messing with these children and the elderly? Y'all have a good night.